What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tragically Hip, and we're continuing with the 1987 self-titled EP. Thank you as always to Yvonne. And the next track is amusingly titled I'm a Werewolf, Baby. So, I don't know, I was thinking as I looked at it that like, okay, what are the essential characteristics of a werewolf beside, the physical transformation? It's like they suddenly become more animal-like, more beastly, and maybe because the transition is linked to the appearance of the full moon and so on, it could be about someone who changes when night falls and becomes someone very different from who they are during the day. So yes, I don't know if there will be a bit of that like Jekyll and Hyde type of transformation. Maybe it's just a bit of fun. It's, maybe something that someone says to indicate again that they have this animal-like nature or perhaps appetite. So I do wonder whether this will be figurative meaning that like has some relationship to the mythological beast, or whether it's just more like a line that you would say to be amusing or to be clever. So let's see what I can pick up on our first hearing. This is the Tragically Hip. The song is I'm a Werewolf, Baby, and it's from their 1987 self-titled album.
You look so good, like a big pork chop. Rip my pants, rip my shirt. I'm gonna eat your mother for dessert. Well, I'm a werewolf, baby, and here I come. Not you too, I'm a werewolf, baby, and here I come.
Oh.
Well, I can smell your blood, I can hear you breathe. Gonna eat your heart right off yours. Eat your cut, eat you raw. I'm gonna rip you up like a big chainsaw. I'm a werewolf, baby, and here I come. What you say? I'm a werewolf, baby, and here I come.
I knew it was going to end suddenly like that. It was like one measure longer than I thought. But okay, like first of all, musically, that's actually different from a lot of their stuff. It's more straightaway rock and roll, a bit of a throwback like 50s vibe, but with a bit more grit and energy. So yeah, definitely like a more, not heavy. I wouldn't call that heavy rock and roll, but it's really energetic and vibrant rock and roll. So yeah, like less folk rock meets alternative rock than a lot of their tunes, and again with a bit of a vibe of like throwback and rock and roll, which indeed, like, it's the kind of stuff that I've been hearing as I've gone through the Teenage Head catalog. Don't do that, by the way, Luca. So yeah, like in a way, it's a nice symmetry with another deep dive provided by Yvonne. But yeah, definitely a rock and roll, just, kind of a rebellious streak is, I guess, what I mean to say. Lyrically, I'm intrigued, because there's some of this that is comedic. It's, like, looking like a pork chop, like, like a piece of meat that a werewolf would want to eat. But then also, like, lines that are a bit, I don't know, dangerous sounding, like, tear you up like a chainsaw. And it does feel a bit carnal and animalistic, even if it is a metaphor. So I did wonder, like, is this more like literally he's transforming under the full moon and, he becomes this ravenous beast at night? Or is it still kind of using that visual and mythological imagery to serve as a metaphor for, like, the way his nature has this drive and hunger, and that he becomes, again, a bit beastly? So I'm not sure, but I really did enjoy the vocals from Gord, but also I think there was another member of the band doing, like, back and forth vocals with him at one point, which I don't think there's been all that many songs where I've heard that. So yeah, ultimately just a really fun, energetic tune, and with, a bit of danger in the lines, though I don't quite know how to interpret them on a first listen, but that's a really cool one. And as I said, I enjoyed the kind of rebellious rock and roll energy of it. So let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. And in fact, I did want to mention, originally I was going to do that last concert watch along months ago, and then it came back to my attention a couple months ago. It's like I want to do it, but the middle of this month, August, there's a celebration, a replaying of the last concert. So not this coming Friday morning, but I think the Friday morning after that, I'll be doing, and in fact, what day of the month would that be? I might have to do it. Wait, so today is the 2nd, which means Friday would be 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. It would be perfect, because I think it's like the 16th is when they're going to replay the concert. So I think the Friday would be the 14th, right? Or the 15th? Either way, I think it would be just before that happens. So yes, not this coming Friday, but the Friday after that, I'll do the concert watch-along that I've been waiting to do, or that I've been lagging on doing for a great deal of time. So indeed, let me just check, because suddenly the math in my brain got difficult. So 2 Fridays from now would indeed be the 14th, and I think it's the Sunday, the 16th, when they're going to, have that celebration of the last concert. So yes, that's the plan. So yeah, we'll look forward to that. And again, thank you to Yvonne for providing the Tragically Hip material. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace.